What's up, guys? Hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday. Thanks for coming back. This video is going to be a little bit unique. It's something I've been wanting to do. It's something I haven't seen anybody else do before. And I kind of want to start a new series, and this will be the first video of that series. So basically what I want to do is I want to take some of the best-selling products, or not, it doesn't really matter, but brand name products, bestsellers, products kind of in the middle, maybe not selling that well, it doesn't really matter. That's where you guys are going to come in. But I want to take some of these products and break down each and every part about their listing, break down where they're doing well, break down where they can really improve, and kind of just give you my 2 cents on what exactly goes into a good, well-constructed Amazon product listing. I think this more kind of hands-on, over-the-shoulder approach is going to have a great effect on the viewers who watch these videos, because it's not just me saying stuff, do this, do that. I'm actually going to be showing real life examples, real life screenshots that I've pulled from certain products, and I just hope it helps you out. My whole intention is just to help you out and kind of open your eyes to how I look at a product listing. So with that being said, why don't we get into this? The first video of this series, today's video, is going to be, I'm going to be breaking down the Spigen iPhone X case. So this is a very good, one of the best-selling iPhone cases. It's like top 50 in all of cell phones and accessories, which is absolutely huge. They sell like 18,000+ units a month of this one product, which comes out to literally, they do well over 200K a month with this one product. So I want to break down where they're going well, what they can improve on, what keywords they might be missing out on in their listing, and kind of go from there and just kind of show you guys how I evaluate Amazon listings. All right, let's get into it. All right, so we're on the Spigen iPhone X case page here. Don't mind me if I look off camera, because I actually have to look at the page to kind of see where we're at. So look. The first thing I usually look at are the images with any listing. So let's take a look at their main image. I like it. I think it's pretty good. 2 different angles of the phone, a colorful background. It kind of stands out and acts as a pattern interrupt when the user is scrolling through the iPhone cases on Amazon. So I think they're pretty good. Not a bad image. Okay. Again, these images are not bad. They're not the best, though. What I would like to see a lot more of is actual product in use photos. I'd like to see people holding it more. I'd like to see people actually using it in a real life setting, like an urban setting, maybe an outdoor setting. These photos are not bad, but they're not the best. They're kind of just generic product photos. Again, they could improve on this. They do have a video because they are an approved, they're a big brand, so they're able to have a video. So that's nice. That's a huge conversion asset on any listing. Having a video is going to definitely increase your conversion rate and customer trust. So with that being said, the images, I would give them a 5, maybe a 6. They're pretty average. Let's take a look at the title. Spigen Ultra Hybrid iPhone X case with air cushion technology, hybrid drop protection for Apple. Not a bad title, I think that's a good title. That's around the length I like to keep my titles. I do not like the titles that are 4 lines deep. Those are too much. That's overkill. Amazon can actually suppress your listing if you have a title that long and make you change it. It kind of depends on what category you're in. I'm not sure what the cell phone and accessories category is as far as the requirements, but they're probably a little bit over the requirement, but it's not really a big deal. You want to watch out for the ones that are way too long. So I think that's a good, we don't know for sure what exactly keywords they're indexing for with that title, but from first glance it looks pretty good. Let's get into the next step, which is the bullet points. So these are not good bullet points. These are the weakest part of the listing so far that I've analyzed. These bullet points are terrible. They do have all 5 bullet points filled up, which is a good start, but they're so vague, they're so scant, they have no information. And along with having no information and no marketing, no selling, no sales copy, no story, along with missing all those aspects, they're also, I'm sure they're missing several keywords. I'm sure they're not indexing for some keywords that they should be, which would actually drive even more traffic to their listing. Again, I don't think they really care because they're already selling an absolute crap ton of these cases, mainly just due to the fact that they're a big brand and people search directly for their case without any other second thought. That is the luxury of being a well-known household brand name in the phone case industry, any industry, it doesn't matter. But please just approach this from the standpoint of you, with your own Amazon listing, how you need to differentiate yourself from these big guys if you want to have any sort of success. So look, clear, hard PC case, TPU bumper, off-grid, and slim profile. You know, it's just a complete run-on sentence. It's just terrible copywriting. It's lazy, and yeah, that's what it is. Intense transparency flaunts original phone design. You know, I can't really say it any other way. These bullet points are lazily done, and they're not done with any sort of care, attention to detail, or anything like that. Again, I don't think they really care, but I just want to point that out to you guys. Frequently bought together section is usually the next section I look at, and it's a very important section. They seem to be frequently bought together with these other products. I assume, let's just click on this product for a second. This seems to be a very good selling tempered glass screen protector. And look at that, the Spigen case we're just looking at is inside of their frequently bought together. So that's a very good sign. That means that this Spigen iPhone X case is leveraging an immense amount of traffic from other people's listings, which is always a great thing that you want to do on Amazon. You want to get your product in as many frequently bought together sections as possible. And now let's scroll down to the description. So they have the branded description with the images. You know, not everybody chooses to do this. From my experience, I've split tested both doing this type of description and a regular traditional Amazon product description, and I haven't really noticed a significant increase or decrease in sales or conversion rate with either one. I think it really depends on what type of product you have. You know, if you have like a beauty product or a supplement, I think it'd be very beneficial to have this type of a listing, this type of a product description, because you can show, you know, a woman holding a beauty cream and, you know, applying it to her face, or you can show like a ripped guy, you know, taking a supplement, something like that. That stuff is powerful, but again, this is just one big image, two smaller images, and just this tiny little description here that really doesn't, it's not good. In my eyes, this isn't what I'd be looking for. I would definitely not make a description similar to this description. Not a great description. It's kind of just the same 5 bullet points from above, kind of repeated over again. So again, description they can improve on. Let's scroll down. Let us scroll down to the FAQ section now. Let's go to the FAQ section. And it's important that you have good FAQs in your FAQ section. Meaning, you don't want questions that are, will this case break if I drop it? And then some customer has an answer, that the featured answer being like, yeah, I dropped it and it broke immediately. Those are the things you want to watch out for, the things you want to keep out of your FAQ section. So let's take a look at theirs. Does this support wireless charging without taking it off the case? Do the bumpers and edges come apart from the rest of the case? No, it's a solid piece. No. Okay, this is fine. How to remove the protective film from the transparent area of the case? Okay, there's nothing bad there. Are the screen and camera lens protected with some spacing when phone is put on hard surface? Yes. No. See more answers. Nothing too bad there. Will this support wireless charging? Yes. Okay, so there's nothing bad. Their FAQ section is okay. One thing I will point out, though, is especially for you guys, since none of you are going to be huge brand names like Spigen, you want to answer these questions yourself. You don't want to rely on customers to answer the questions of other customers for you. You want to step in immediately. You get an email notification as soon as somebody asks a question on your product listing. You want to jump on that immediately and make sure that your answer as the seller, as you can see here, the seller, your answer as the seller is the featured answer because you're going to answer it better than any other customer possibly could, and you're going to make sure that nothing negative is said or featured on your listing. So that's important. Always respond to your customers' questions. Do not rely on your other customers. All right, so let's keep scrolling down. And perhaps the most famous part of any Amazon listing is the reviews section. Ooh, wow. Not looking good at first glance, and let me tell you why. The 4.4 out of 5 stars is actually quite good. For having 4,400 reviews, which is a ton, and to maintain a 4.4 out of 5 star rating is very good. You're not going to really do much better than that for that amount of reviews, just the way it is. But the thing that I noticed immediately, and where Spigen could very vastly improve on this, is look at the top reviews, the ones that are featured. 1 star, 1 star, 1 star, 2 stars, 3, 1, 3. There is only 1 5-star review out of the 8 that are featured on their review section. This is not indicative, however, of their 4.4 out of 5 star rating, but the customer, the impulse customer, is not going to care about that. They're not going to notice these kind of things. They're just going to see 1 star, 1 star, 1 star, 1 star and be like, what the hell is wrong with this case? Why do people hate it so much? So what you can do, and what I do on all of my listings whenever I get a negative review, well, number one, I contact the person who left the review and see if I can remedy the situation in any way. If that does not work, I will always find people. Don't ask me if this is white hat, black hat, whatever, but this is just what I do. I make sure these are different people every time, but I will get people. Don't make sure it's not yourself. I'll get people to actually, you see this right here? Was this review helpful to you? If enough people hit this no button, that's essentially voting the review down. So basically, the review will not be featured on this prime piece of real estate anymore. Instead, it will get replaced by some of your other reviews, hopefully your best reviews. That's why I always try to get my best reviews, my video reviews, my image reviews, all my best 5 stars voted up, and I get my negatives, my 1s, my 2s, my 3s, always voted down. So that way, my best reviews, my most awesome loyal customer reviews are always featured on the prime real estate, the limited real estate that Amazon gives us, which is why that's so important. Every inch of the page on your Amazon listing is a point where you can convert a sale. That's why you have to think about it. There should be no wasted space or negative space. So that's that. The reviews need a lot of work. This one right here should be at the top. But that's just my observation. Take it for what it's worth. This is how I analyze every single Amazon listing that I look at, including my own. And this is how I believe you should start approaching listings as well. Now, remember when I said that they're probably missing out on a lot of traffic due to not indexing for certain keywords? And how I kind of just came to that assumption is from how vague these bullet points are and the description as well. Well, I dug in and did a little research. And turns out they are missing out on a few very important keywords. Let's get into that. All right, so as you can see, we're on a different spreadsheet now. I made this spreadsheet a couple days ago, and basically I did a deep dive into their listing, into the same listing we just analyzed on Amazon. I did a deep dive into all of the most important keywords for an iPhone X case, and I plugged it into this tool inside of Helium 10. I highly recommend Helium 10 if you do not use it. And you can see exactly which keywords this case is being indexed for on Amazon. So basically what Amazon is reading, their algorithm is picking up and indexing them for. So as you can see, they're indexed for most of their most important ones here. This is all good, but as you can see here, keywords not indexed. And this is what we want to focus on. This is, whenever you're doing your own listings, you want every single keyword to be on the left column. You don't want any on the right. You got to index all of your most important keywords. Make sure they're indexed. That's why we have such an awesome tool like Helium 10 to make sure we can be completely sure of this. See, girls, they're not indexed for girls. There's an exact match search term iPhone X case for girls that gets almost 23,000 searches per month. That's a lot of traffic. iPhone X case for women. They're not indexed for the word women. that gets 3,700 visits a month, this exact phrase. And again, there's a lot more phrases, broad and exact, that include these words as well, but these are just a few examples, just to give you an idea. Cute, they're not indexing for the word cute. It is definitely in their best interest to index for the word cute because that gets an extra 5,300 searches a month. Silicone, I don't know if their case is actually made of silicone. I just included it in here. I actually don't think it is, so it wouldn't be good for them to put that in there. If hypothetically it was made of silicone, you would certainly want to include silicone because that gets an extra almost 8,200 searches per month. So as you can see, just from these 4 alone, guys, that's 40,000 in search traffic just from those 4 phrases. Those are just the 4. Imagine how many other phrases containing the words girls, women, and cute there are that people search for. These are just a few of the main ones because I don't, it would take me 3 hours to dig up all the other ones. But hope that opens your eyes to the amount of traffic they're missing out on. Now, again, it's not so much important for them because they're such a massive brand, like I said, but for you, it's going to be paramount that you do not ignore this and you do not skip this step. You do not cut any corners because you can't afford to. And this is just a snapshot of the bullet points I took just for my own reference. Typical large brand bullet style on Amazon, aka there's no attention to detail. It's just, they hired some huge agency or some freelance, unqualified person just to throw it up there. So that's that. This was helpful. This is the first video of this new series. If you guys did enjoy it, then I will definitely continue the series. And the whole point is to get you guys involved, get you asking questions, and I want your suggestions down below. I want you to throw up any product that you want me to do a deep dive, you want me to analyze, and I will gladly do that. I'd love to do that, actually. I just want to get you looking at this whole business, this whole process of product selection, of creating a great Amazon listing, of making sure you're indexed for keywords, making sure you're writing good sales copy, all the essentials that go into a high-converting, high-performing Amazon listing. I want to get you thinking in that mindset. That being said, again, I hope you got value out of this. I really want to hear your comments below. I want some suggestions for new videos. I will be pumping out one of these per day. If you guys like it, be sure to stay notified, okay? And the best way to do that is just like this video, subscribe, and all that good stuff. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your weekend. I will see you later. See ya.